What if the best hotel in your neighborhood had no chain behind it, no corporate design team, and every single room looked completely different from the last? What if it started as one person's genuinely mad idea and became one of the most loved independent hotels in London? That is exactly what Artist Residence is, and most people visiting London have never heard of it. London is one of those cities where the hotel options feel infinite. Every global brand has a property here. Every price point is covered. Every neighborhood has been mapped, marketed, and packaged into a stay. And yet, in Pimlico, on a quiet Victorian terrace just south of Chelsea, there is a small, independently owned hotel that consistently outperforms almost everything around it on the thing that actually matters most: how it makes you feel when you are inside it. Artist Residence London started as a guest house. The founders, a young couple with strong design instincts, no hotel industry background, and a very clear idea of what they wanted to create, took a Georgian townhouse and turned it into something that the travel industry did not have a clean category for. Not a boutique hotel in the standard sense, not a guest house in the traditional sense, something in between: personal, creative, deeply considered, and immediately distinctive. 10 rooms, a basement bar and restaurant that has developed its own loyal following in the neighborhood, art on every wall that was commissioned specifically for the space, and a level of warmth and character that most hotels spend enormous amounts of money trying to manufacture and never quite achieve. By the end of this video, you will understand why Artist Residence has one of the most devoted repeat guest communities of any small hotel in London, and why it represents something genuinely important about what independent hospitality can be when it is done with real conviction. We pay close attention to independently owned properties, not the ones backed by private equity with a boutique aesthetic applied over a corporate structure. The real ones, where the founders are still involved, the identity is still intact, and the guest experience reflects actual human choices rather than brand guidelines. Artist Residence is one of the finest examples of genuine independent hospitality operating in London right now. Here is what we are covering: the origin story, because it matters and it is genuinely interesting; the rooms and design; the basement bar, which deserves its own conversation; and at the end, the one thing about Artist Residence that I think the travel industry consistently fails to talk about properly. Let's go. The story of Artist Residence starts with a decision that most people in the hospitality industry would have called reckless. A young couple, Justin and Charlotte Salisbury, bought a rundown guest house in Brighton and decided to turn it into something completely their own. No design consultants, no brand playbook, just a genuine point of view about what a hotel should feel like, and the determination to build it from scratch. They commissioned local artists to paint directly onto the walls. They sourced furniture from markets and independent makers. They made every decision based on what they actually loved rather than what the market research suggested. And it worked, remarkably immediately and undeniably. The London property followed. Same philosophy, same commitment to genuine creative identity, same refusal to let growth dilute the thing that made the original work in the first place. That origin story is not just background detail. It is the reason every room in Artist Residence London feels the way it does. When you are inside it, you are inside the taste and the convictions of specific human beings who care deeply about getting it right. That is something you cannot fake. And in London's hotel market, crowded with well-funded facsimiles of personality, it is something you can feel immediately. 10 rooms, and genuinely, meaningfully, no two are the same. Each room at Artist Residence London was approached as an individual creative project. Different artists, different briefs, different outcomes. Some rooms lean into a bold graphic sensibility with large-scale painted murals covering entire walls. Some are more layered and textural. Vintage pieces, mixed fabrics, the kind of considered eclecticism that looks effortless and takes enormous skill to achieve. Some are quieter and more refined. All of them are interesting. The furniture throughout is a mix of custom pieces, vintage finds, and items made by independent craftspeople. Nothing was purchased from a hotel supply catalog. Nothing is there because it was easy or cheap or safe. Everything is there because someone made a specific choice to put it there. The result is a set of rooms that people genuinely look forward to returning to, not to the hotel in the abstract, to their specific room, the one with the mural they keep thinking about, the one with the vintage writing desk, the one where the light comes in at exactly the right angle in the morning. That level of attachment to a specific room in a 10-room hotel is not an accident. It is the entire point. Go downstairs at Artist Residence London and you find Cambridge Street Kitchen, a basement bar and dining space that operates with complete independence from the hotel aesthetic upstairs, which is to say it has its own strong identity rather than being a hotel restaurant trying to serve the broadest possible audience. The food is genuinely good. British seasonal cooking with the kind of care and sourcing that you associate with the better independent restaurants in London rather than hotel dining. The bar program is creative without being precious. The atmosphere in the evening, low lit, warm, full of a mix of hotel guests and locals who have made it their regular, is exactly the kind of easy, unpretentious conviviality that London does brilliantly when it is not trying too hard. The neighborhood supports all of this. Pimlico is one of those London areas that rewards the people who actually spend time in it. Quiet residential streets, the Thames a short walk away, Chelsea and Victoria both easily reachable on foot, independent shops and cafes that have not yet been replaced by chains, the kind of London that visitors rarely find because it is not on the standard itinerary. Here is something I genuinely want to know. When you travel, do you actively seek out independently owned hotels, or does the reliability of a known brand usually win? Drop your honest answer in the comments, because I think this community is split on it, and I want to see where people actually stand. Here is the thing that nobody says clearly enough about Artist Residence, and it is the thing that explains everything. The hotel industry spends billions of pounds every year trying to create the feeling of personality, of warmth, of a place that has character and history and soul. They hire designers and brand strategists and experienced consultants. They create elaborate backstories for properties that opened 18 months ago. They manufacture the appearance of something that took time and love and conviction to build. Artist Residence actually took time and love and conviction to build. The personality is not applied, it grew. The warmth is not trained into the staff through a service manual. It comes from working for people who genuinely care about the thing they have created. Guests feel that difference immediately. They cannot always articulate it, but they feel it. And it is the reason they come back. Not because the rooms are perfect, though they are very good. Not because the location is unbeatable, though it is excellent. But because Artist Residence feels like it was made for the love of it. And in a city full of hotels that were made for the return on investment, that love is the rarest luxury of all. So here is everything. Artist Residence London is a 10-room independent boutique hotel on Cambridge Street in Pimlico. It was founded by Justin and Charlotte Salisbury with a genuine creative vision and no corporate backing. Every room is individually designed with commission artwork and considered vintage furnishings. The Cambridge Street Kitchen in the basement is a destination in its own right. The neighborhood is one of London's most quietly rewarding, and the entire property is built on genuine conviction rather than brand strategy, which is why it feels unlike anything else in its category. Remember, 10 unique rooms, original art throughout, a great basement bar, a real neighborhood, and the rare feeling of a hotel built by people who actually loved what they were making. If independent hotels done properly are what you are here for, subscribe right now. See you in the next video. The properties with real stories and real identities. Hit subscribe and you will not miss any of them. And comment below. Independent boutique or reliable brand, which wins for you when you are booking a trip? Tell me. I read everything. That is Artist Residence London, 10 rooms, one very clear creative vision, and a very compelling argument for what hotels can be when the people making them actually care. In the next video, we are heading to Amsterdam, And inside, a canal house hotel that has been in the same family for 3 generations, with original 17th century ceiling paintings still intact above the beds. That one has been on the list for a while. It will be worth it. Until then, find the independent ones. Find the hotels that somebody built because they loved the idea of it. That is where the real hospitality lives.